iFILM, London. iFILM, London.
This is James Helder for iFILM London. With me, I've got the main man from Hellraiser Promotions, Mickey Helliet. How are you, sir?
I'm good, James. Very good.
It's fantastic to catch up with you again. We're here for the show Cometh the Hour, headlined by Cometh the Man, headlined by Chaz Simmons and Daryl Steele. Could you talk to me a little bit about the show?
Yeah, it's going to be a good event. You know, this is a wicked venue. Really looking forward to it. We're expecting packed out house as always. Really good, strong undercard. Good top of the bill. Good chief support. Going to be banged out. We've got our sponsors of Daily Sport involved. Back involved in boxing. Going to be a good night. We're really looking forward to it.
I know you guys have already sold a lot of tickets, and there's going to be hopefully a full 1,400, 1,500 capacity. Fights going out on Eurosport as well. How big of a platform is that at the moment?
No, it's massive. We had 750,000 viewers on our last show, so anything close to that, and we'll be delighted again. You know? And the energy in the room, even if you don't watch it if you're not just a TV viewer, if you're actually in here, there's nothing. I mean, I've been to York Hall. I've been to every boxing venue in Britain probably. There isn't anywhere like this. The atmosphere, the sound, the noise, and the excitement that gets generated. And the fights that we make, I don't want any one-sided mismatches. As much as we can, we're putting 50-50 fights, or as close to that as we can get. And I think we've done that again here. If everything holds together as it's been laid out so far, we're going to have some really good scraps on the night. And it'll be a good night. Nice atmosphere. It's not intimidating, but it's quite... it does knock you back a little bit, I mean, when you're walking in, you can really feel the energy in the arena.
Compact arena, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, and it sort of goes up, it's like a sort of, I don't know, like a furnace of noise and excitement.
It reminds me of an old theatre kind of feel to it as well.
I think it was a theatre, yeah, and obviously it goes right the way round, and we're going to have a good night here.
When you was looking at the fights to try and match Chaz Simmons up, was the Gavin Tate fight something you looked at first? Yeah. Obviously, the animosity and with the fight being such a great fight first time round, was that a fight you looked at first?
Yeah, it was. We tried to make that, but Gavin just, for whatever reasons, he's sort of having a bit of a break at the moment. So Daryl's on a winning run of 6, and he fancies Gavin. Now, at the press conference for Gavin Tate and Chaz and Daryl were sort of having a bit of banter between them then.
I did actually notice that a little bit. There was a little bit of niggling going on, and
yeah, one of them said, "I can knock them both. I'll knock. I don't care which one of these two I fight. I'll knock them both out on the same night." And then the other one didn't like it, and it sort of left it to simmer. But then, as this opportunity came up, they both obviously wanted to be put to the front of the queue. So there you go. They can fight each other, and it will make a good fight. While it lasts, I know they're both going to try and knock each other's blocks off. It's not going to be a box. I don't think it's going to be a chess match. I think they're going to go for the...
Do you think Daryl Steele is, without disrespectful, is good enough to fight Chaz Hammers? Like, Chaz has fought at a high level as well. I know Daryl's on the back of three wins. He's 6 wins after the 3 defeats. Do you think he's ready to take on someone of that quality?
Yeah, I do think he's ready. I mean, if he's not ready now, he ain't ever going to be. He's had a good run up. He's actually improved over the fights that he's had since I've had him. He's definitely improved. Started sitting down on his shots a bit more, and he's had plenty of time to prepare for this. And that's something that I think he hasn't had in his fights before I was working with him. Now he's had plenty of notice. He's got ready for it. He's boxed in some good, decent scraps, and this is a massive opportunity, because if he wins this, the door's really open for it.
It's a great stepping stone in the southern area to open up and give you another platform to go on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's and that's what I always try and, as I was saying in the conference earlier, I always try and work out not just the money, because money's very, there's no brain behind. Look, here, do well and I'll give you lots of money. But I try and work out what actually motivates the fighters, what they're wanting to achieve, and how they want to guide their careers and what they're looking for. And if I can make that coincide with, and here we've got 2 guys, they're both at a crossroads. They know here they've got it's worth them putting it all on the line. If they come out well, whoever wins it is right back in the mix. They can then go and fight a big fight. Maybe.
I agree. There's some great fights in that division as well to be made, you know, in the future.
Yeah. And to get those British title shots, Commonwealth title shots, you've got to have fights like this. And this is a perfect one. It's a 50-50. Maybe, I lean more towards Chaz, but it's I think Daryl's got a much better chance than what maybe, you know, people that haven't seen that much of him, because he's boxed mainly down on the South Coast. He had a few fights early on at short notice, and he not the best preparation. Since he's been doing it properly, he's down there with Wayne Batten. Really, he ain't boxed up here. He's boxed always down there. No one's really seen that much of him, and that's why he's coming in as a dark horse. But he's not too bad, you know. I mean, I think he might surprise a few people, and I know, like I say, big opportunity. He will put it all on the line. He will come.
I don't think Chaz will take him lightly. I think it's definitely a fight that it's going to be, well, as you say, almost 50-50 fight.
Yeah. They're both going to come really. I can tell from speaking to him on the phone, you know, how you feel. Like, there's no hesitation in either of them. They're both, you know, going to grab the chance to shine. They get massive exposure on these shows, and if he wins, then he's on his way.
Fantastic. Well, I want to bring a close to the show of the Come Off the Hour, Come Off the Man, which is on the 20th at the Coronet, Elephant Castle, where we are, and I want to finally talk to you about the show, which is on the 27th at the 28th at the Camden. You're even confusing me, Mick.
So on the 28th at the Camden Centre, we have Phil Gill against.
I should actually say is our cameraman right now, Mr. Phil Gill. I can just about see his purple hair through the camera. What's happening, Phil?
Yeah, he's fighting Ben Murphy, who is a very similar fighter actually to Phil in style. Neither of them wants to take a backward step. That fight, the tickets are absolutely flying out. Well, in the office we have no more. So people that are ringing up the office, I'm saying, look, ring the fighters now. Some of the fighters have still got tickets. Ring them, get a ticket, you can come. That is going to be a fight.
A lot of people saw Ben Murphy fight Ashley Theophane. Again, very valiant performance. Phil's doing good things. He's definitely a fighter on the way up. So it's good to, these fights again have to happen, you know.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, I manage both these guys, so I've seen pretty much all of both of their fights, and I've never seen either of them in a bad fight. All they do is come forward, and their way of winning, it's not like too much to do with, most of the time, counter-punching, and it's not brainless, but their way of imposing their rhythm and their pace on the fight is to put it on the other guy. So you've got two guys going to be doing that to each other. It's going to be fireworks. You know? It's
going to be a great contest. As you say, they're two people that know how to fight a certain way, and I'm sure they're going to go out and bring it. You know?
And this is what Hellraiser boxing is about. You know, we want these kind of fights. We don't want fights where the crowd's sort of talking to their mate behind them, and you know, we want, you know, they can't do anything but be absorbed by the quality of the fight. And that Phil Gill, Ben Murphy, that's going to be again, it's a great fight for the night, and also it's a brilliant opportunity for both of them, because whoever wins that, absolutely certain is going to be fighting final eliminator for the British title
against maybe Carl Johansson,
Carl Johansson, who's won an eliminator already, and the winner of that fight then gets to fight for the British title. So again, it's a massive opportunity, and the boxers know, you know, if I win this, then I'm hitting the big time. Then I'm going to get some massive paydays and opportunities and move on from there. If they want to go anywhere, they have to go through fights like this and win.
Well, talking to Phil Gill earlier, it looks like he's working all the hours God sends, training, then he's home, he's back out working, training. Just these kind of fights can really push you to that next level, can't they, you know? So.
Yeah, and to come through, just to get as far as he has, he's had to live the life, and he's living the life now even more than he has done before. And
Ben Murphy and Phil's a decent boxer, a decent cameraman. Rubbish at blogs. If you read his blog, he's
a huge amount of been. I've seen a couple of them, and I've got to say I was disappointed.
I kind of checked stuff out online. I was sitting there one day. I thought, Phil Gill's blog. Had a little look at his blog. He's slating me. I thought, bloody hell, bloody cheek of the man. You know what I mean?
A bit of jip on there as well. Actually, completely unjustified, I've got to add. And I suppose it depends who you. I mean, if I compare his blogs to mine, perish the thought.
I haven't actually read a Mickey's blog yet, Phil. So you're doing something right. You know what I mean? You've drawn me in, Phil.
You've got to see a Mickey blog. You know, I mean, Phil can get there. His boxing's right in the right direction, and his blogs maybe sometime in the future can do it too. But
we'll leave that there for now. We're going to watch the fight, and Phil, good luck. As I say, we're going to be watching it from a very neutral point of view, and the same to Ben as well.
Silent throughout the fight. You won't get a peep out of me. I actually I've had Phil from the start of his career, and I've had Ben for a while now. So I'll wish them both the best of luck and stay out of the way. But yeah, it will be brilliant. Yeah, even if I know one much better than the other, if I manage both of them, I'm professional. I work for them, and so yeah, I let them get on with it, and I hope that it's the right fight for both of them. So that's why we're doing it.
Well, Mickey, I want to thank you for having us down at your press conference today, sir, as always, and we'll see you real soon, no doubt.
I hope so.
This is James Helder and Mickey Helliet for iFILM London. Thank you very much.
iFILM London. iFILM London.